We live. T-Bob, you on mute. Can't hear you, T-Bob.
All right, what's good? What's good?
What's going on? It's Delane Isaac, One Half Form Strategies. What's popping, everybody? Today we're just doing a Q&A with my friend. She is Mexican and Black. We are in New York City right now. And T-Bob is in Brazil. So we don't really have a crazy format today. No crazy topic. Any questions you gotta ask? We'll try to answer them to our best of our abilities. First of all, we're gonna do some housekeeping. You want to play the intro?
Yeah.
For the show?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Foreign Strategies. Prepare for takeoff.
Nice. So do some housekeeping. We are sponsored by Ramil Herbs, and I don't have any capsules with me right now, but in every video we put out, the link is in the description, and you get 20% off when you use our link. A lot of you guys have been supporting us and been using that link. Jay Smith, what's good? Is that my Jay Smith? Is that my homie?
You know?
Yeah, that's my boy. I think that's my boy Jay Smith.
That's what's up.
What's good, Captain?
Captain Save-A-Ho. I like that.
So, we ain't do no prep work. A lot of people don't know the stream is popping right now or going on live. And yeah, so what's your past few days been like, T-Bob? In Florianopolis?
It's been raining the past, I would say probably most of the days I've been here, but yesterday got about 4 hours of sunlight, so I finally was able to get out, hit up this. It's actually like the richest neighborhood in Brazil, one of the richest neighborhoods in Brazil. It's called, actually I can't pronounce it. I'm not even gonna try, but it's like Jurere. It's probably about 30 minutes from where I'm at now. Nice, just all around nice spot. It kind of felt like being in kind of like a Baja in a way, a smaller version of Baja, a little richer, a little nicer houses. Very chill spot. The beach is kind of small, like the shoreline is like, I don't know, there's just a very high tide, so it's very little spots where you could walk, but nice beach, good food, very relaxing. So that's what I did yesterday. But that's probably the most I've seen so far, because it's been raining pretty much every day. It's supposed to rain again later today and tomorrow, but I saw a couple of days with some sunlight this week, so hopefully I get out and see some more.
Very cool, man. So I'm in New York, and you've been here for a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why don't you introduce yourself and tell them what you do, why you came to New York,
Okay.
what's your background like, where you going in the next couple weeks?
Okay. My name's Janae. I'm
From Mexico. Your background?
yeah, I'm Black and Mexican. That's true. I am a DJ. I'm a cyclist, community organizer, based out of Portland, Oregon, but most recently I decided to move to Mexico City. So I'm working on dual citizenship for that. And I work in the music industry for music licensing for ads and TV and film. And yeah, I travel a lot just for fun and for work. I'm in New York just to see friends before I go back to Mexico City. And yeah, it's been good. It's interesting comparing Mexico City and New York City. It's a lot of similarities, but also a lot of differences. Yeah.
So You've been here for a week. What do you? How would you compare New York versus Mexico City?
I mean, they're both chaotic, just like kind of stressful chaos, but also like I feel like they both have a flow. Like once you get into the flow of the city, it doesn't seem as overwhelming.
Yeah.
I feel like I miss seeing all of the there's way more sound, like street sounds in Mexico City. Like there's vendors selling camotes or like pan dulce or just whatever, and they all have different like rings and calls. And so I miss that. Here it's mostly just like people yelling and like horns honking, and that's it. So yeah, I mean, also it's just like New York City is obviously way more diverse than Mexico City. Like people of all shades and backgrounds. And in Mexico City, especially if you're a Black traveler, you kind of stand out a little bit.
Mm. And you do DJing. What kind of music you DJ?
DJing, dance hall, R&B, hip hop, reggaeton, a little bit of cumbia, tiny bit of salsa, like Afrobeat, definitely. I mean, lots of like tropical-esque kind of music. Yeah, so I've been DJing for like 3-ish years, and I've DJed in different cities, but I'm based out of Portland, so mostly West Coast, like LA, Seattle, and then I've DJed a little bit in Mexico City too. Oh, New York too. I had a gig like 2 days ago, so yeah.
Just to give like the people in the chat a little bit of your experience about traveling. What places have you traveled so far? Like the typical places that you travel to?
Right now I'm focused on the Caribbean just because I love like going to places where I don't stand out as much. So I went to Dominican Republic recently. I've been in Mexico and just like traveling throughout Mexico, like Oaxaca, and Puebla. But before that, I have traveled to Canada, a lot of Western Europe. I did backpack through Western Europe, so did like Austria, Germany, Paris, Berlin, Portugal, all of those, all the most of the big Western cities in Europe I went to. And yeah, so I mean, there's still a ton to see, but I would say the Caribbean is my focus right now. I want to go to Panama next, I think.
Panama City?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, so what's your top 3 spots in the world that you've traveled to so far? What do you think?
I don't know. Mexico City?
Or just 2 or 1?
Honestly, I mean, Puerto Rico as a whole is just like so unique. Like, it's just that, I mean, they were colonized so much that it's just like,
really?
Yeah, like, I mean, that's why everyone's bilingual, because they were colonized by the Spanish and then also by the British. So like, I mean, they're just the culture. They're like so proud to be Puerto Rican, and it's such a beautiful island. And they just been through so much shit. Like you can really tell, like they're just like enjoying every day. And you hear Bad Bunny on repeat, like on the radio, which is great for me. And yeah, so Puerto Rico's up there for sure, and Mexico City, and Paris is cool. Yeah.
Okay. We got a question in the chat. Digital nomad. Can you ask her what her experience like in Portugal? Cost, discrimination, nightlife, etc.
Portugal? It's been a while, but I went to Lisbon and I went to Porto. Cost, honestly, it's been a while, so I don't remember. I would say like compared to the bigger European cities like Paris, it's cheaper. Paris was just like crazy. It's like, I mean, it's like the New York City of Europe, so it's just like so expensive. So I would say it's definitely cheaper than Paris, but maybe on par to like New York prices for things. And nightlife, I just remember there was a lot, like there's partying in the streets, and I don't remember the price of like drinks or anything, but on par with like other Western European countries. And then as far as discrimination, I mean, I didn't feel. I felt pretty comfortable there. I mean, if you think about who speaks Portuguese, like there's probably more Brazilians there, and Angolans. So there were some black folks around and other shades. So I didn't feel any type of way. Probably more comfortable there. Like I fit in compared to like where did I go? Czech Republic was not fun. I didn't like going there.
Why is that?
It's just like the people. I mean, I felt like the people were like kind of cold, not very warm. People would stare at me all the time on the subway. Even my friend who's white, who I traveled with, noticed. They're like, "Man, they're really just staring at you, like
Right.
shamelessly," and no one would talk to me. And yeah, so, and it was very beautiful. It's just the people were, maybe not the friendliest compared to other European cities.
Yeah, I know T-Bob was going to go to Portugal.
Definitely recommend Portugal. It's really beautiful.
What part of Portugal were you in?
In Lisbon and Porto.
Okay. Which one do you
Lisbon
prefer?
is the vibe that's like, it's like, we had a tour from a guy who was like, yeah, it used to be this beautiful, great city that was going to conquer the world, and now it kind of is just like, like it's kind of older, more humble. Yeah, because they're right next to Spain, so there's a lot of things there too.
Which city did you prefer, Lisbon or Porto? Like,
Probably
two different,
Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Lisbon's just really cool. Like, there's the tram system. It's really cool. Just their like way of life is just very different. Their everyday life is different compared to the U.S.
Yeah.
So, we linked up yesterday in New York. We linked up in Brooklyn, and it was crazy, man. Tried to get a hotel in Brooklyn, and it was the neighborhood was suspect. I haven't been to New York in I've probably been to New York like 3 times in 2 years.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, I
I've
guess,
been
you've been gone for,
I've been gone for a while because I was in Mexico for 6 months.
Yeah.
And when the COVID hit, I was at home working remotely.
That makes sense. Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Hey, it looks nice, man. It looks nicer out there than where I'm at. What's the weather like?
The weather's amazing, man. It's like 80, 85. It's like a cool 80.
It's not as humid today.
Today. It gets humid in New York?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
not now though. We're on the cusp of ending summer.
Okay.
September is really the fall. Going into October, it's like fall weather. September kind of creeps around. October is fall.
Okay.
But I want to ask people in the chat: do you guys want to see a live on Times Square, or is that's not really nothing you want to see? Because I was thinking about doing like a POV of Times Square and just show people what it's like. So throw one in the chat if you want to see that later. I could just do a video or walking tour, maybe like 30 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead, you read it.
Ever been to Lebanon or Israel? One of my coworkers from Israel. She's really cool. She went to the military, so she knows how to shoot guns, and she's very versatile with skills. And it was interesting how she broke it down. But I've never been there before. No.
Yeah, I haven't been either, but definitely would like to go to both for sure. I've definitely talked to people from both countries. Actually, there's a lot of Lebanese people from Lebanon in Houston. So yeah, I've definitely dealt with both, but haven't been.
Yeah, no, we ended up getting a hotel called the Pod. It was on 39th Street, something like that. It was pretty cool. I liked it. Pretty small.
It was so small.
For the price, I think it was
So like a New York hotel.
$230 for one night.
$230.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's a week.
Welcome
That's a
back.
yeah. That's a
That's
week.
why I'm going back to Mexico. I'm like, this is
This is why I travel so much, so I can make my dollar go far. You know.
Welcome back. So what was your? Let me ask you this: what was your reason for moving to Mexico City? What was the biggest draw?
my reason for moving.
Yeah.
Just the pandemic, you know, you're just like in your room most of the day, working remote, doing home workouts in your bedroom. And I was just like, I always want to go back to Mexico City. The first time I went was like 2 years ago, and I just cried when I left. My mom's from Mexico City, so I had a tie there. I don't have family there now, but, you know, I had a connection. So I always wanted to go back. I always wanted to improve my Spanish, just be somewhere sunnier. And honestly, I was trying to move to LA, but it was so expensive. Like the rent, I'm coming from Portland. So Portland's like one of the cheaper West Coast cities. So like LA was kind of just not in my price range. And then I looked at Airbnbs in Mexico and I'm like, oh, damn, like I can get an Airbnb for a month that's cheaper than my rent in Portland. So I stayed for 6 months and I'm going back.
Well, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
What would be? Let's talk about dating versus Mexico City versus Portland versus New York. What's the big differences that you notice?
New York is most direct, obviously.
The guys are more direct.
The guys are more direct. Catcalling
I'm
here.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, definitely. And
Maybe that's
also-
why. 'Cause I'm a true New Yorker.
Yeah, and just on the street, the catcalling here is just wow. It's really intense.
What did they say?
They'll just say anything like, "I like that color on you," or just like,
Yeah.
you know, like the body. As I'm just like, bruh, this is it's in Mexico City.
But
no
you like
one
that,
says,
right? You
No,
like the
I don't
attention?
mean, but just like sometimes I just want to walk and like listen to music, and I don't need like people yelling at me.
Okay.
You know, and it's hot. I have to wear shorts. It's not because I'm trying to show anything off. It's because
Right.
it's humid and 85 degrees. So, but I would say Mexico City is funny because there's a culture of machismo with Mexican men. But I feel like if you're, since I'm a Black American woman in Mexico, it's a different dynamic. So I feel like Mexican dudes are not very direct. I would have to approach them if I was interested in going on a date,
Mhm.
or we meet through an app where like this it's kind of easier to approach people. And in Portland, I mean, Portland is like kind of passive. Also, people aren't very direct. Not that it's all on the dude, but yeah, usually it's me having to reach out and be direct.
Kind of tell them, but the PC version of what you told me about that one black guy. He said that mediocre black guy in Portland.
Yeah.
Kind of tell them the same thing you told me, but like the
Well,
PC version.
okay, so I don't know if anyone knows, but like Portland is known as one of the whitest cities in the United States. So if you're a person of color dating and you want to date another person of color in Portland, it's really, there's a small pool. So sometimes like, just like the mediocre, like, how do I say this in a sometimes if you're mediocre, you can just like get a bunch of girls.
Baddies?
Yeah. Because
Portland?
like, yeah, because you're like a Black or brown person in Portland. There's just not much going on. So, but
What about Mexico?
I would say
Mexico City.
it's similar in Mexico City because a lot of the Black expats know each other. So like power of WhatsApp chats, you know, like we're all like going to the same parties and hanging out, like finding community in another country.
Mhm.
So sometimes that can happen too. There's a lot of like, I don't know, there's a lot of relationships going on within the groups.
What's your preference then? If you had to choose a guy from New York, Mexico City, or Portland, which one would you choose?
It just depends on the person. I don't know. Like, I would say, I don't know how to answer that question. I would say maybe because sometimes New York dudes like just like they think that like New York is the center of the universe, and like they maybe don't leave that often. Not everyone, obviously, but people who are from New York, it seems like, you know, they don't need to go anywhere else because everything is in New York, which makes sense.
Right.
But you know, everyone's gonna have something different about dating, you know, like. But probably I wouldn't date someone from Portland.
Okay. So New York and Mexico City takes front of the line.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a newcomer, Lawrence. Hey guys, I'm new on this from South Africa. Respect. Where are you from in South Africa?
Oh yeah, we got to get some intel.
So you like nice guys.
Yeah, Save him he's funny, man.
I actually like dangerous dudes. Like I love when dudes are like
dangerous.
They have dangerous
slap you around and like.
No, I mean like they have dangerous like interests or activities. Because I ride.
Like shoot guns.
I'm a cyclist, so I like going on like adventure cycling kind of shit. So like when people have like a hobby where they can like get hurt. You know, like skaters. Like I dated a skater, I dated a snowboarder. People who are like, yeah, just do like a lot of cyclists, obviously, but more like mountain biking and stuff like that. So, I mean, I guess they can be nice guys.
Okay, what else can we talk about?
What about you two? But like, okay.
No, I'm just thinking. Here, the thing is, it's like New York is cool with dating. It's just the price. Like everywhere you go, just to sneeze, it's like $20.
Yeah.
And I'm just not. I start being hip to the game once I start traveling. I don't have an issue with dating.
In general.
In general, in New York. I mean, there is a culture of like everybody's always trying to get the better model, and that could be an issue. They're always trying to get a better person.
Yeah.
But after a while, you could find somebody good out here. It's just
there's so many options.
There's so many options. And what I realized when I started traveling, there's so much calmer places, so much more places with more, I would say more culture.
More culture than New York?
Your money can go further.
Okay. And
I just seen different things. Like you can't jump in a cenote in New York.
No.
Yeah, you can go to the Catskills, but I've never been in the Catskills. I don't want to go. So, Jay Smith asked for a living. I think you covered that already early in the chats. I
work in music licensing for ads and TV and film. So when you see a ad on TV, there may be a possibility that my company like composed or licensed the music that's on the ad.
Captain. Yeah, Captain's in that.
Yeah. He always says wow, bro.
Drive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not exactly what I meant by a rebel, but you know, you never know.
Oh man. So what would you say you miss? Do you miss anything about the US living in Mexico City?
Yeah, just like certain food options you can't get in Mexico, because I don't know, Mexico City is, I think for Mexicans, I think it's diverse, but like compared to New York or Paris, it's not like very diverse. I miss like the food options. Sometimes you really have to be careful about like the brands that you wear, because like you could get robbed.
Where?
In Mexico City.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
depending on where you are, like Tepito, like that area is.
Oh, I've never been there, but
I wouldn't wear any.
They pickpocket you a lot.
They'll pickpocket you. You already look American, so it's just like if you're showing all this like Nike and all that, like. But here in New York, it's like I can wear whatever because everyone's trying to flex like every day. So.
Yeah.
What else did I miss though? I can't really think of anything else at the moment. I mean, sometimes it gets a little too crazy And I just like, especially because I ride around the city, and I'm like, man, do I really just want to risk my life today? Like sometimes I just want to ride and have it not be like I'm gonna almost get hit by a car,
Jesus.
which is like every day in Mexico City.
Well, you say you like it dangerous, so
I do,
There you
but
go.
like sometimes like every single day it gets a little tiring. Love it though.
Is Mexico City the biggest city in Latin America, or is it Sao Paulo? I can't remember.
I think it's the biggest. Actually, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look that up.
I'm pretty sure it's one of the top. I think it's like in the top 5 biggest cities in the world.
well, Mexico City is huge. I remember taking an Uber from Polanco to Roma Norte, and it took forever. It took like 30 minutes. The traffic is insane.
Okay. That's second behind Sao Paulo. Okay.
Yeah. So we're at the 30-minute mark. We're probably gonna wrap up. When you want to wrap up, T-Bob? Because we were supposed to do this yesterday, but it was so late.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
No, you were.
Y'all got settled and stuff, right? Y'all didn't get settled till late last night.
New York. You could walk like 10 blocks and it sucks the life out of you.
Yeah. You get much done.
Um,
It's up to y'all. I'm gonna just hit this gym in a bit. Get on the bike, like Missy, and cycle my way for 30 minutes.
So you like the gym there?
Here where I'm at? Oh man, that's why I'm staying so long. Literally because of the gym.
Yeah, I want to see some footage on it, man. It's probably like a big old warehouse, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a warehouse setup. All new equipment. I think it's fairly new, to be honest. T-Bob, what's up with them Brazilian girls? Man, I'm on
T-Bob, what's good?
Need some me time, digital. Just spending time with myself.
Nice.
Is that like the Snoop music video? Beautiful.
What, Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Oh, in Rio. Yeah, that was in Rio, right? That was on the.
I think it was the Lapa, Salaran steps, and then they went to Park Elijah.
Oh, they did?
I think so.
I remember that part. What did he say? The land, do you?
Nah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's hilarious. Yeah, I know we're gonna be going to Rio in like 4 to 6 weeks, and I don't know how long we're gonna stay there. And then what we thinking about going after that? Thailand? Not Philippines, right?
Either or. Why not Philippines? Either or.
Either or.
Yeah.
Because I know we did a podcast with Charles the other day, and he broke down Thailand. He's been to Thailand 9 times, so you guys want to check that out. He was giving a lot of gems on that podcast. It was great.
Yeah, so I guess we got to look at restrictions. I think in a month things will probably change on who's open, who's not, who's requiring what. So I think it'll probably have to be a last minute decision, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I got my vaccine card. We just went to a spot to do a live, and they were like, vaccine card, ID.
Yeah, here in New York, hold up, y'all gotta have vaccine cards for restaurants, right? In New York.
Yeah.
Y'all turned into Australia, little Australia.
Man, I had to show him a photo of it because I left it at home. I don't want to lose it.
Bro.
Walk around with my vaccine card so I can lose it, and I won't be able to travel.
I'm paying all this money to deal with some bull crap. What?
There'd be no more foreign strategies. There'd be domestic strategies, local strategies. But I'm thinking, we could do Rio, and then we're trying to do this event. We're trying to do like the Smash and Pass event and see how that turns out. And then we're just trying to do some new things when we get to Rio. I want to go to Bahia, Salvador, and Sao Paulo to see what that's like. I'm not too crazy about going Florianopolis now because based on what you told me, it doesn't seem exciting. Um, I do want to see maybe in Manaus, but I don't know how much time we're gonna be in Brazil.
Manaus. Where's Manaus? Where's Manaus again?
Dennis told us about Manaus. I think it's actually I don't know the geological location of it, but he said it's real nice. Because he's like name his top three. That was like one of his top three.
Okay.
And then Fortaleza was the other one.
Trying to think.
Walt, he's only right now. Walt is doing consultations. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. He's taking. He's doing like he's teaching people how to do the student visa for Brazil and an extension. If you want to be there for 3 months and then you want to extend it for 6, I think he could teach you how to be there for 180 days. And talk to him about it. Hit up his Instagram. It's Waltstreet. And I think it's in the description too on all our videos. Nathan said that Rio's going to require, Rio's going to require vaccine cards for bars and restaurants too.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised. I
don't know how it's going to pan out.
Mm.
That's interesting because the cases in Brazil were pretty bad for a while. I don't know how the vaccine rollout has been there.
They just, I noticed they started getting their vaccine shots. Because I saw a lot of Brazilians posted it on an Instagram story. I don't know if they made them do that, but I saw everybody. They were getting it done. They were supposed to, like, to show proof or something.
Yeah, I think they just kind of normalize it.
True.
Is it easy to get around in Brazil if you don't know Portuguese?
I mean, it's tough at times, but we get by. I mean, it's definitely tough, though. Definitely much harder than Mexico. More people in Mexico speak English. So.
Yeah. I found myself always meeting mostly people who speak English and Portuguese. I don't know what that is. Maybe I got the magnet for meeting people that speak both, but
I mean, it seems like the angle is to use an app like Tinder or something to find a guide who speaks Portuguese.
True. Tinder's heavy in Rio. Real heavy. Let's see.
Chile.
Captain said you guys should go to places where not brothers go to, like Chile. Yeah, we would love to go to places like that.
Argentina.
The reason why we went to Rio, is because we wanted to go something safe, and it's interesting. You would think we want to go to Colombia, but I have premonitions about going there. I actually think it's unsafe to go there. For me personally,
I went alone.
I just don't want to be drugged up and robbed.
I went alone to Medellin and to Cartagena, and I felt fine the whole time. But I also know Spanish, so
that's true. T-Bob's been there. I don't know. I think I need some more time for it to calm down because I'm seeing a lot of people pop up. Obviously, you gotta move a certain way when you're in these spaces, and I see a lot of content out there how to vet Colombia women, how to do all this stuff, and it's like the fact that I have to do this vetting and like
that is a thing. That is a thing.
They have like
dudes get drugged there. That's like a thing.
Yeah. Like
women will they'll like hug them and then like they black out and the dude doesn't like remember where he went. Like he just ends up like waking up and like was robbed.
Yeah. That's a thing now. And the gangs they work with each other. And you be hearing like one of this famous YouTube travelers out there, he made a video about it. She had a card and everything. She had an ID and he woke up, everything was gone. It was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that actually.
You don't really hear that in Brazil. You don't hear that in Rio. So there's just the simple fact that I have to think about that. It puts me on pins and needles. So I'm like, let me wait till it calms down. That's the way I feel about it. Guatemala. I've actually been there before.
Really? I heard it's dangerous.
It's beautiful.
Belize too. You been to Guatemala, T-Bro?
Yeah, it's gorgeous out there. Anticline, I think I'm saying that correctly. Anticline,
Oh, really?
Antigua. Yeah, it's beautiful. Really nice. It's very underrated. Very underrated. Like it looked very similar to Santorini, Greece. Beautiful. Um, in some parts, but nobody talks about it really.
Uh,
I heard Guatemala is like, people say Mexico City is like crazy as far as rules. Like people don't really like follow red lights and stuff in Mexico City, but I heard Guatemala is like even, you know, even crazier as far as like people hanging off of the buses and shit like that.
That's facts. Yeah, Guatemala is pretty intense environment. Guatemala City, at least, it's pretty intense.
Right. I have a friend, he's black, and he did Peace Corps there for 2 years.
Oh, in this Guatemala City?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, damn.
He loved it.
I get my charger.
okay, the super chest is off. That's why. The super chest is off. I think we had it off, T-Bob. Monetization.
For anybody try?
Guys, we apologize. We had the monetization off. So if you wanted to give support and you was liking everything you heard and enjoying our podcast, feel free to super chat now. I just checked; it was off. That's one thing I gotta get in the habit. Make sure that the monetization was on because it was off the whole time. It's Captain Sable.
Oh, where? Chile?
That's what he says, Chile.
Guatemala.
He's Team Chile. Am I saying that right?
It's €2 for me.
It's €2. It's like a lot of Europeans out there.
Yeah.
It's like Argentina.
Have I been robbed? No. But I'm more paranoid. Like, I always make sure I know where my bag is. I don't leave my phone out. Even my
Never
bike,
seen so many police in a city. Mexico City has the most police I've
they
seen.
have a lot of police with big guns.
everywhere. Yeah, it's wow, it's
Big
crazy.
guns.
So many police. Um,
Do I travel? Do I travel alone?
Yeah.
probably.
Solo travel.
Yeah, I went to Colombia alone. I went to Mexico. I went to Mexico alone when I moved. When I went there for 6 months, I didn't know anyone. Where else? I traveled through Portugal alone. A lot of the cities in the U.S. I've been to alone because I had friends.
I'm trying to think. What other places we can potentially go to besides Thailand, Philippines, Chile? I see some people saying Chile. What else? Somebody says somewhere else, a different place.
Appreciate you.
Okay, we got our first super chat.
Appreciate you, boy.
45 minutes into the show because we had it off the first half of the show. So we apologize about that if you were trying to support. Now it's on. Appreciate that. Super sticker. Tony Smith, she's got the courage to do that.
I think like it's definitely different for women. Like you just have to, you're way more, but I think in general, you're just more like aware of your surroundings. So
Yeah.
like you don't let just like anyone come up to you. I will say in Cartagena, Colombia, it was hard to be there alone because the men were very aggressive and they like would try to grab you. They're always trying to sell you shit, trying to get you to like walk with them wherever they were going. But you know, like I think like I have a resting bitch face, so that helps a little bit. yeah, and you just kind of get used to. It's like a muscle. You kind of like build it up the more you travel.
That's probably why a lot of women walking around New York like that, because they just on guard.
Yeah,
Dudes are aggressive here
exactly.
because of the territory. What's your Instagram? You want to give that out or no?
Yeah, sure. It's Janae Raid.
Appreciate Jay Smith.
POR. Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that super chat. Oh, he's definitely from London. Yeah, he's giving us the pounds, baby.
Yeah, we're getting.
Appreciate that, Jay Smith. That's her Instagram. Yeah, I'm just man. I'm trying to think, where could we go besides Thailand and
Either Spain.
Spain, Barcelona.
Spain,
yeah.
we could do Greece. We could do
Greece. You've been to Greece already, though, right?
yeah.
Kind of want to go somewhere brand new, right?
Trying to see brand new.
Croatia.
Oh, I heard Croatia is beautiful. But Eastern Europe.
How was the cost of living in Croatia, though?
It's cheap.
Yeah, very cheap.
Like
Thailand, right?
Like cheap like Thailand?
Well, it's, ever since it joined the EU, it got a little more expensive, but it's still cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, Costa Rica.
Okay.
I went to Costa Rica alone too.
I feel like Costa Rica could be expensive.
It is.
It's a little more expensive than Central America.
Like the most expensive.
Yeah, because it's like the safest and like the most educated of Central American countries.
Yeah. Okay.
Still cheaper than the U.S. though. But Costa Rica, I haven't been to many places, but I always compare the beaches to Costa Rica, and I'm like, I mean, this is pretty, but it's not Costa Rica.
We could definitely. I think Spain will be a good one. Like Spain.
You think so? What's you thinking Barcelona or like somewhere like?
We could do there. We could hop over to. I got a lot of connections in Ibiza, so if we wanted to potentially stay somewhere rent free, we could do that in Ibiza. So,
wait a minute, hold on. We could stay somewhere
for like
rent
a long time, for like a couple of days, like 3 nights type.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But what's the cost of living like?
It's expensive in Ibiza, for sure.
Oh, really? Oh,
but
damn.
yeah, if we don't have to pay for accommodation, though, it's that's still good.
What about like Jamaica?
No, I'm not ready. I don't know if I was ready.
Why not?
No, Morocco. Yeah, I always want to go there.
Dope.
I had a Moroccan friend. She's really pretty. There's some really pretty women out there. Beautiful people in Morocco. Yeah, Costa Rica's super cheap.
Costa Rica is great if you love any adventure. Like there's hiking, zip lining, surfing. You can climb a volcano.
Damn, that's crazy. Waterfalls, Costa Rica. Yeah, man. Once I,
Yeah.
on the next trip, I'm bringing a drone. So we're gonna. I don't know if you guys care about drone shots. If that tickles your fancy, but we're gonna be upping the quality of the vlogs. New York vlogs is coming soon. Spain
I
is
feel like
popping.
more black travelers are going to Spain.
Really?
Where in Spain, Digital? Did you live?
I don't remember where, but I know like a few like black cyclists who moved out there.
Yeah.
Spain.
Prague, Budapest.
Oh,
Oh,
Budapest.
I know T-Bar would love that. Prague, that's
Budapest.
Team Europe right there.
But Budapest, I love Budapest.
Yeah.
Good for biking, good nightlife,
It's
very
pretty affordable.
beautiful,
Yeah.
affordable. Yeah,
Can you travel there now? Though?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while.
That's a good question. I think so.
Beautiful there.
I think
Castles,
so.
Yeah, Guyana.
Guyana.
It's really nice. I think it was called Uganda. They have really good internet infrastructure.
Nigeria?
No, I won't go there.
Why?
No, I'm good.
Why not?
I would go there only if I had a Nigerian friend that could tour me around. I wouldn't go there just on my wits and
Okay.
my observation. I would need guidance, like a proper, like this is where you go, this is where you not go. You shouldn't go.
Okay.
I feel about vaccine cards to travel.
How you feel
Man,
about that?
I feel like, yeah, I just hate when life gets complicated, more and more complicated as time goes on. So I feel like we just keep adding more layers to our lives. So that's fine. I think, and then in 10 years we're gonna have something else. So
Right.
it's annoying, but what can you do?
The Airbnbs are dirt cheap, but food is normal prices in
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
The food was not my favorite in Costa Rica.
It wasn't? You got sick?
Pretty
No, it
bland.
had no flavor. Because I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
like, where's
Colombia.
the flavor? There's no spice. Sorry.
I hate talking about travel because once you go there, it's hard to think about a country to go. Yeah, it's like a rabbit hole. But it's fun though. It's fun to like window shop. Like, where I want to go. Because I'm looking at it from a business standpoint. I'm not looking at it as a vacation. I'm looking at it as where would the chat people would like to experience and see, and to bring in more subscribers, bring in more people support, and bring in we're a good place to bring intel for people. So I'm thinking about all those things. Plus, how easy can we get people on lives, on podcasts? Just will it pop? You know, because we want to put our content that's gonna pop. So
Not that popping content. Yeah.
exactly. I've been in every major and medium-sized city in Spain, such as Barcelona. Madrid is best city for party. They don't stop till like 6 a.m. Jesus Christ.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Crazy.
But except Barcelona. I
Yeah.
wonder why they didn't go to Barcelona.
I know.
Interesting.
Yeah, you got to be careful in Nigeria. Got to be careful in Nigeria. That's fast. No, it isn't that bad. But me going out there alone, I wouldn't do that. I would go with one of my Nigerian friends.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you need someone to go with you. Can be a target. Yeah, I would be a target.
Really?
You don't think so?
He takes that? He says happy.
I don't know. Well, like, can they tell you're American?
Look at my shoes, my hand-wise.
You go. He said, "Look."
But they like, oh, he's from New York. I could be wrong. I thought about South Africa, not Johannesburg, Cape Town, but then like T-Bob, you said it was too European, right? Or too American?
Yeah, I look colonized.
That's like nothing.
Colonized is there. I don't know. I heard it's segregated too.
Oh, it's very segregated.
There are a lot, yeah. There are places where like there's only white people like in the restaurant.
Oh, that's Rio.
Really?
Yeah, LeBron is like all white Brazilians,
I don't want that.
white.
I mean, it's
I mean, you see black Brazilians, but Mikey, step back. Oh, I've never seen this brother. Just caught you from Dennis Channel. Oh man, salute, man. We got a new,
Awesome. Love it.
got a new
What's
chat.
up, Mikey? Good to have you.
Oh, you just subscribed. Thank you, brother.
What's up,
Appreciate
Mikey?
that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Are you gonna go to Africa? Go to Tanzania?
Tanzania.
Oh yeah. You know what I want to go to?
Yeah.
Tanzania and Nairobi. Am I saying this right? Nairobi
Nairobi.
and Tanzania. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. You put me there, it's gonna be hard for me to leave. It's gonna be a problem. Tanzania is be great. I see some beautiful.
It's like, is that Mount Kilimanjaro there or no?
I'm not sure.
I think it is.
certain spots can be unsafe. Kidnapping is quite rampant in certain areas.
In Nigeria?
I think he's talking about Nigeria.
I think so, yeah.
Captain safe. They be strapped in. They be strapped in for Africa. I know I'm finna get popped out there. Nah, you mad cool, man. I don't think they'll bother you, man. You hit them with that humor. It's like, let them go.
I
It's
know,
funny.
right?
It's funny.
All right, Ghana. Yeah, Ghana's definitely on the list.
Ghana.
I think that's
Ghana,
probably my
I'm
number
trying to go
one.
in January.
Ghana's nice.
January.
Ghana's like
You going to
the
solo
black travel influencer destination, seems like.
Yeah.
Would I go to?
You gonna go solo to Ghana?
No, not to Ghana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nairobi's in Kenya. Man, I would like to go to Nairobi too. If I were to go to Tanzania, I might as well just do that too as well.
Yeah, Kenya has a cool music culture. I feel like the club scene would be interesting to see in Kenya.
Yeah, what time is it right now? Okay, it's still early. Guys, if you liking the intel, you liking the discussion, make sure you get the likes up. Make sure you get the likes up. Keep it going. Nairobi is lit. I went 2017. Try Mombasa, also in Kenya. Wow.
Bless you.
Cool. You know why? Because the air. No. Yeah, Nairobi's gonna be on my list, man. Definitely for sure. What do you think about Nairobi? What do you think about Nairobi, T-Bob? I'm not saying that. Go next. Just in general.
Making that our next trip? I actually don't have an opinion on that. I don't know much about.
Yeah. Something that we gotta discover.
Read up on. Yeah.
How are your jobs feeling on permanent remote work? My company asked me to return to the office, so I quit. They later asked me to come back with remote being offer letter. Can't stop traveling. Hey, you know what? I think that's what's happening. There's a lot of people doing that. I might have to talk to. Wait a minute, what's going on, man?
Okay.
Can you block this guy?
Yeah.
This guy's tripping. That's the first time we had something like that. I was only a matter of time.
The chat. I feel like remote work, I can't go back. Like I agree. I would quit too if they asked me to come back.
Yeah, I'm actually talking to my firm, and I might propose that to them. When I do 3 months, I'm gonna do a 3 months leave. I might propose that to them and see what they say, because either I do the 3 months, we come back, and I know in 3 months, the channel is gonna be different. I have my other channel going on, and it's just gonna get bigger and better. I'm gonna have to decide, because I put a lot of work in. I'm gonna start putting a lot of work in both channels. I have to decide, like, is it worth me going into the office, taking time away from what we're doing here? Is it worth it? I'm gonna have to propose to them, like, hey, listen, I would love to stay with the company. What do you guys think about me just doing remote work part-time or whatever, and see what they say after the 3 months leave. So I'm actually thinking about that too. Istanbul. You've been in Istanbul, I'm assuming, because you've been to Budapest. No? I've never been in Istanbul.
Istanbul's dope. It's a big city. I definitely have to go back. I was only there, I think, for like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So to be honest, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but it's definitely a cool city. Great food. Love the food's absolutely amazing. It's very intense. Probably one of the most intense cities I've been to, but I'll definitely recommend it for sure. Definitely want to go back. Maybe that could be on our list.
What do you mean intense? Like just the energy?
Like you'll see people driving on the sidewalks, driving the wrong way. You'll see fights, like people just fighting, just like getting out the car, fighting each other, like whole families fighting. People yelling at each other. It was extremely intense, but
That's in
Good
Turkey.
experience.
Istanbul, yeah.
I
So
think
wait, is it safe? You saying a lot of violence going on.
I mean, they're not really picking on you. It's mainly between them. Yeah.
I think my friend said that was the hardest because she did a lot of bike touring, and she said that was the hardest city to bike through. Was Istanbul.
Oh yeah. You can't fight through that. It's definitely not.
She
I would
said,
not recommend.
like Mexico
I wouldn't
City's
drive.
thing there. Yeah,
You sure you
exactly.
That place is insane.
So you think about Istanbul? What's the cost of living like in Istanbul?
Oh, it's cheap. It's very cheap, especially now. Their currency plummeted against the dollar. Like the past 2 years, so it's very cheap right now to visit.
Guys, we're getting a lot of questions, so if you want to get front of the line, feel free to super chat your question or comment. I'm sorry, T-Bob. Email?
Oh no, I think I was pretty much done.
Because Istanbul cost of living, like let's say we get like a really nice, you know how we like to stay in nice Airbnbs or stays or whatever the case may be. How much would we spend in a week for 7 days?
Cheaper. It'll be cheaper than Brazil.
What? Istanbul?
Yeah, it'll be cheaper than Brazil. Yeah. I can't remember what I paid when I was there, but it's even cheaper now because of the currency. But actually, I'm gonna look it up and see. But it'll definitely be cheaper than Brazil.
Istanbul.
And even people who are interested in like foreign real estate, I believe if you buy real estate in Turkey, in general, you get citizenship as well, or permanent residence or something. You get something with the deal. So that's been very attractive to people who are looking for a second passport or residency.
That's crazy.
Cool.
And then with the currency being extremely cheap right now versus the dollar, it's pretty attractive.
What do they use in Istanbul? What kind of currency?
The name of their currency? I can't remember the name of it, but they have their own currency.
Okay, that's something that could be, we could consider that when we're looking at Thailand and Istanbul.
But when it comes to like the whole like getting people on lives and stuff, it's gonna be a different environment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a place you go to just enjoy yourself, experience the culture. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? Interesting dynamic.
Ghana's quite popular with African Americans. That's true. Well, we just talked about that. What's y'all experience with Istanbul? Roby's pretty epic. Food, nightlife, culture, all on 10.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Nairobi? I gotta put that down too. Because I want to I don't want to be too directional with Thailand and just consider the other options. So
I mean, I don't know if we're able to get in Israel or not, but Tel Aviv would be a great place we could consider if we can. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can get in, but Tel Aviv would be lit.
what's Captain said? 2 places in Europe that I've been window shopping is Jerusalem and Athens. You've been to Athens, right?
Yeah, I love Athens. Bro, based off what you're saying, Captain, what I hear you say, you would definitely like Athens for sure. Check out Thessalonica as well. Thessalonica is probably like that even better than Athens.
Oh yeah.
And
for the people who we signed up for Patreon,
they should know. They should
know about some gems in that Patreon.com. Oh yeah, we're gonna be dropping another video on Patreon.com/Foreign Strategies later on today. Now get some time. It's gonna be a good one. Behind the scenes stuff. What's good? More time. I love y'all channel. I'm booking my guys' trip to Brazil. Thanks to you guys. Appreciate that, man. That's what happened with this. I saw Dennis' channel and I was scared. I was a fearmonger and I saw Dennis and he talking about all his good stories. I was like, all right, it's time for me to go. Immediately, I booked my flight. So shout out to Dennis, Gene, Pierre. Uh, yeah, that's a good brother, man. He convinced me. But thank you, man. It sounds like you're a new subscriber. I don't think I've seen you before. I appreciate you. All we need is a million more like you. Also, we are just we are doing Airbnb experiences. So I'm not sure if we approved yet, but we are going to be doing that in Rio. If you want to hang out with us, and we're going to be doing some cool stuff, hiking, just chopping it up, hanging out. We'll go out. You can be on a live with us. We're going to be setting that up. Once that gets set up, we'll have a link to it, and you can, look at the price points and do it. It's not going to be out of control. So that's going to be a new thing that we're going to be doing because we get a lot of questions. People ask us, hey, do you do stuff like that? So that's the idea. The idea came from you guys.
Sounds fun.
Are you from the States? What's her background? Is she Afro-Latina? She spoke about this earlier in the show.
Yeah, I'm Black American and Mexican. So my dad's from Portland, Oregon. I grew up in Portland, Oregon, and my mom immigrated to Oregon from Mexico City.
Yeah. Yep, that's her. We went to Oaxaca.
Puerto Escondido.
Yeah. Yep, she's the one. That video is doing pretty well, actually. It's almost like 8,000 views. It's doing pretty well considering that I just popped it in. I didn't do a lot of work for it. You lived there for 6 months.
Mexico.
Got to hit up Australia, New Zealand, and then Bali together. Let T-Bob hit up Eastern Europe.
Sounds like a plan. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Double team. I don't want to go to Australia. Sorry.
Oh,
T-Bob, do you think we'd be more effective going to different places or together?
I mean, it's easier together, but I mean, at times, I think being in different places is I guess it just depends on the place. Depends on the place. Some places it's good to have 2 people. Other places you can split it up.
Australia, I've been to. They're currently on lockdown. They've been on lockdown forever.
And New Zealand too.
And as soon as they get off lockdown, they get back on lockdown.
But you like the girls, right?
The Australian?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about Australian girls. They come in different flavors. There are a lot of African Australian women. They're beautiful. And there are a lot of you would think you just go there and you see only white Australians. It's like Ghana. The girls from there's a big population of women from Ghana, and yeah,
That sounds fun.
Yeah. It's not what you think. It's not like kangaroos and spiders and all that stuff. Contrary to belief, I had never seen a spider or a snake or anything. I had to go search to see a kangaroo.
Dang.
I had to really go search. I had to go to the bush to go see it. But yeah, that's the only thing. Australia is locked down. New Zealand, I don't know. And Bali, I kind of want to wait.
Bali sounds fun.
I kind of want to wait. Oh, they all trying to spit game? Y'all slide in the DMs on Instagram?
You can follow me.
Follow her at what's your Instagram?
Janatorade.
Spit your game, guys. Okay. Why does she not like Australia?
I had a roommate who was Australian, and I feel like their idea of like race and like race relations is just like not. I feel like we didn't have a lot in common. She didn't really get. I felt like she didn't really listen to a lot of shit I would like talk about.
Right.
Not like, and then it's just like some countries are just like have. I know I keep saying colonizer a lot, but it's true. Like they had like one of the only successful genocides in the world where they killed like all of a specific indigenous population. So I feel like that stuff kind of stays in the culture, even if people can say whatever they want, but it's like it stays in the U.S. I feel like it stays in other countries too. But also, I never been there, so I don't know. And also, it's very expensive. That's another thing. But you never know. I could like it.
You're not off because I was in the Gold Coast and I was on a date with this girl and she was white. She was white Australian. She's like a white girl, and we were talking about Aboriginal, like the way she was talking about them was very ignorant. And I had to stop her. I was like, "Yo, can you just stop? Just please stop." Because I'm a black person and I can see the similarities in the culture, and I'm just like, if someone said about my culture, I would just like
Exactly.
I'd be like,
Just like huge generalizations. Not like every Australian's like that, but that's my experience.
let's just go there. It's really ridiculous. I heard Indonesia is opening up for the borders in October. That's dope. Indonesia is dope too, I heard. She does have a point. Instagram's popping?
No, I'm my friend. My friend who's in New York.
Okay.
This is random stuff.
Still have a backward mindset. Yeah, it's some of the girls are very, they just don't know.
That's what it'd be good. It'd be good YouTube content.
Australia would do well because we can get a lot of people on the lives easily.
Very opinionated people.
And they're very opinionated, and they have a lot of energy. They look really pretty, and it'd be good content. And it's beautiful. It's like so many things to do. Architecture is amazing. Infrastructure is nice. It's a lot. You get the best of both worlds. You get the city. You get the bush. I'm not too crazy about the bush because it's wild, wild west. You can run into things that can kill you out there. So, I don't know. T-Bob, what's it looking like for?
Airbnb is slow. Very, very slow.
Are you taking their time with that?
They take their time with everything. So, I haven't heard back from them yet. They say 2 to 3 weeks, but they never stand by their word when they say that. So, we'll see.
Guys, should we keep the show going? Should we keep talking? Because right now we don't have no format like we usually do. We have like points, talking points. We have like presentation, PowerPoint presentations, and all that stuff. But today we were just shooting the breeze and just taking a break.
What y'all got planned the rest of the day in New York? Big NY.
I was thinking about doing a live in Times Square. I know she wanted to go to this Italian festival. So.
Is New York back popping? Full blown tourism?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Yeah, it's popping right now. It's pretty crazy.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
There was a Mexican Independence Day street festival, so that was cool to see.
Yeah, I got that on vlog with the Canon, so that's gonna be in the next vlog.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we got 3-4 vlogs already made. They're unlisted. Yeah, we got 4.
I got one that's be done probably tomorrow. So.
Oh, Florianopolis?
Yeah, one day.
Oh, you got a vlog?
It'll be done tomorrow night, probably.
Okay.
But that's good.
So we got 5 now. With this one, 6.
Good.
Okay.
Stacking. I like to hear.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna try to pitch this idea where we're gonna do debates with BMT, Dennis, some of the brothers that we collaborated in the channel. We're gonna talk about Colombia, Rio, Brazil. What's better? And we're gonna throw it all up there. All of us is gonna be up there debating, and you guys gonna decide who has the best points.
And we could have people, they could join as well too. Anybody who wants to join.
Yeah, anybody want to join?
Join like either side.
Link.
We could do that. Istanbul is Turkey. It's Turkey. No? Yeah, Istanbul is in Turkey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you want to wrap it up the show?
Yeah, we can wrap it up. But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys for watching as always. I'll let Delane.
Yeah, we're gonna have more lives next week with some stuff on Colombia. We're gonna do some debates. I'm trying to think what else. We'll come up with some ideas, and we'll put a poll up, see what you guys want to see. But what time would you guys like to have a live during the day or at nighttime? Which one is better?
That's a good question.
And in what time? Because we're noticing that the later we do it, the packed it gets, and the earlier we do it, the less packed. It's like a little, people are busy and stuff. And later on in the day, people won't come in. It's a lot more people. Nighttime? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think that's most optimal.
All right, guys.
What? What? Sorry, I was distracted.
All right, guys. So we'll see you next time. Appreciate y'all joining us.
Bye.
Foreign strategies.
Oh, I messed it up.
We're doing it live.
Doing it live. Let's see if I get it right. Let's get it.
We're doing it live.
That's weird. I press the same button and it does different things each time.
Really?
Yeah.
You want me to try?
You try, yeah. See what it does. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
You doing it?
We're doing it live.
Again, thanks for flying with Foreign Strategies. Make sure you subscribe.